your smile. You tell me, Gucci, yeah. I understand.
Welcome back. Yes, and we're going to be looking at how we can make our roads safer. And it's my pleasure indeed to welcome the Zonal Commander, Federal Road Safety Commission, Mr. Ademola Lawal.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Mr. Debo Adeniran, who's former President, CDHR. Good morning.
Good morning.
And on this side, I have Mr. Patrick Adenusi, who's a road safety crusader. He was here with us last week talking about the Lagos new traffic laws. Good to have you with us again today.
Thank you very much.
And of course, we have the Commissioner for Transportation in Lagos State, Mr. Kayode Okpeifa. Anytime you're talking roads and laws about safety on the roads, Mr. Okpeifa's face will certainly be there. Good morning. Good to have you with us again.
Good morning.
Let me begin with you, sir, Mr. Lawal, if I may. How much are the new Lagos laws helping safety on our roads, at least in Lagos State to start with?
Definitely. The Lagos law will, to a greater extent, help safety on our roads. One.
Mr. Lawal, that's not my question.
What's the question? You said?
I'm not saying how much will it help. How much is it helping? From your experience,
from my experience,
as the road safety
from my experience, from the figure we have for RTC for Okada alone is alarming. And for this short period that Okada has been stopped on major roads, the rate of accident has reduced. Is that not saving lives on the highway? You see, people may not know. Most times people sit at the comfort of their houses and say, how many people are dying on Okada? Until you go to the hospital, until you come to the Road Safety Commission to come and ask for debtors. The number of rescue we carry out on daily basis. Now you can drive on Lagos Road without taking on somebody removing your side mirror. Now you can drive on Lagos Road, because before now you have to drive on Lagos Road. Why you monitoring Okada that will overtake from the right, you are monitoring the one that will overtake you from the left. That alone is a distraction.
Okay, is it possible to look at the statistics and say before this law came into being and being implemented, we were having an average of 20 accidents a day or 200 accidents
It's too early to start talking about that one now. The
well,
implementation started about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But we have data, not that notwithstanding.
Okay, yes.
We have data, that notwithstanding.
And the data
But
that you have,
I can, I'll
to
send
share
it to you.
that.
I'll send it to you.
No, it will be shared with Nigerians who want to know.
What I'm saying in essence is the issue of Okada in Lagos State. It's not only Lagos State that has banned this Okada, for God's sake. It has been banned in so many other states. And if you go to Owerri now, the rate of accident has reduced. Those crashes are rising from Okada. Enugu is the same thing. I was the zonal commanding officer for Enugu zone. As soon as Okada was banned in Enugu, the rate of accident reduced. So if Lagos State is doing same, I think we should all join hands together to see that this law is well implemented. That is my own take on the issue.
Mr. Adeniro,
Yes.
You were chuckling just now.
I was unsettled by the presentation made by Commander Lawal, because he said the accident rate has dropped. As if you ban BRT today, accident rate will not drop. As if you ban taxis in Lagos Road today, accident rate will not drop. Of course, when you ban, any section of the traffic in Lagos, that aspect of it, that there's no aspect in essence that does not cause accident. Now, the accident rate in Okada was high because you look at, the carelessness of other road users, especially cars and bus users.
It's not the carelessness of Okada. Right?
Look, the thing is that you knew that Okada is there, and if it is part of our sociology, we have no choice. But what we are supposed to do is to create a lane for them if you don't want them to meander through the.
But
And
Mr.
you know
Deniro,
that there's no.
Mr. Deniro,
Yes.
before there was this ban,
Yes.
Lagos State said they should stick to service lanes if they must use the highways. Did they obey?
Service lanes are not let for them. There is no bike, even the power bike that they ride, they meander through, the traffic. So and because the state has given careless drivers that backing, that if you hit an Okada is usually the one at fault. The thing we should not allow is the kind of tyranny that is going on in Lagos State, whereby the poor is the victim of every Lagos State policy. Several areas, but because we are zeroing in Okada, what brought about Okada? Why is Okada the target of the state? Why not other road users that are careless? There's no vehicle that doesn't cause accident. There's no vehicle they don't use to rob.
I
There's no
beg your pardon.
Yes.
I beg your pardon. I don't think Okadas were the target of these law. This new
It
Lagos
is.
law.
It is. I will tell you.
There were other things.
See?
Pedestrians had to do certain things. Other road users.
My
had
sister,
to do
Okada
was not
since
the target,
this
as far
law,
as I can see.
since the day this law was signed to law, the bill was signed to law. Okay, even before he was gazetted, policemen have started hunting Okada. Now, in states where the road safety said they have banned Okada, especially in Abuja, for example, there's no use Okada. There's no as much user of Okada in Abuja main street, but in the interior, like Nyanya, like Kubwa, like Gwagwalada, like Kuje, they still allow Okada to ply those roads. Now, in Enugu, the same thing in some area. There are some areas in Enugu where a car cannot get to. It's only Okada you get there. Now, here in Lagos, they ban it on highway. We say yes, we agree.
Sorry, they use the word ban is not what I
They
understand.
ban it.
They said restricted.
What is
That's
the? You know,
word.
these are semantics. If you say I should not ply on a road, that is banning on that section of the country. Now, listen. These Okadas have been chased out of the Okada riders. They are the poor of the poorest. They have been chased out of the city center. Now, if you are coming from Sango, if you are coming from Ajegunle, even Ajegunle is now, in the areas in Korodu and all that, you have to get to the approved, roads. How does an Okada man get there without applying this road and bridges that, they have been banned? That means that you are saying that if Okada is the only thing you can use, the road approved notwithstanding, you should not get to that road. So you can walk.
Wouldn't that be a restriction that means that they're supposed to be localized?
And then how do they get to the position? They live somewhere. Do they park their Okada? There's no Okada hangar in the areas where they say they should operate. But they have to go to their home with their own vehicle.
Can't they?
I said, look, vicinities.
Yes.
Where are these vicinities?
Where
These
the area where
vicinities.
they live.
No, the truth is this. No Okada. There are some like Acme Road for example. Okada is banned on Acme Road. Wemco Road, Okada is banned on it. There are all of these roads where yellow buses are not passing. Okada are banned on them. Now, if there is no transportation where you are going, are you supposed to trek even if you are on emergency? So this is why Okada will have to come from where they live to where they should operate. Even there are some of these approved routes that are within the city center. How do Okadas get there?
Okay. All right, Mr. Deniro. Let me move to. You are speaking as if you are an Okada rider.
They are my colleagues now. We are the victims. I'm a user. I'm an Okada user.
This whole law is meant to engender not just safety, better road, driving culture, courtesy for the other road users. Do you find that this is happening now?